What is that? Why do I know that?
Flash.
Oh! Hello, and welcome to Flash Sing Along episode.
I mean, all the sing along.
Words.
You can still see I have lots of wedding stuff all behind.
Paraphernalia.
Over here and over there.
It doesn't help that it's Christmas, so it's like all the things in houses all the time.
There's a fair amount of space between these chairs and the wall, and right now you can't move.
No.
Because I need to remember the camera's here. You can't move because there's all the things.
I have to say to the world that I'm very proud of my dog and the dog that we're dog sitting. Guys, we're dog sitting, and it is the greatest thing in the world. Our Stormy boy is so happy because he's got a buddy. But the dogs have left all of the presents alone.
We were worried about that with Kaylee's first Christmas, but she does pretty good. We do leave the soft, non-breakable ornaments at the bottom, just in case.
Yeah.
Because a couple of times he's like, "What's in this bag?"
Yeah, I want this thing.
And she just puts her entire head into it.
And Jesse told me, he goes, "I realized that I put in a non-dog friendly thing in your stocking." Like a deadly to dogs thing. Guys, there's chocolate.
It's chocolate.
And he goes, and they've left it alone. And I was like, well, let's not leave them unattended with it.
Well,
but holy crap, that's impressive.
My thing that's just more impressive is both of our dogs loved ripping paper in boxes.
Stormy's favorite thing in the world to have is a box.
Oh, I give
and she likes the little rolls.
Yeah, I give Kaylee the toilet paper rolls when they're empty, and it's like I've just gifted her the greatest piece of treasure in the world. And then she rips it up into tiny saliva covered pieces. Yeah,
Stormy, I think he thinks it's his job now. And I may have done that on purpose. I feel like I've shared this story, but if not, I get medications delivered to me a lot.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of boxes that need to get broken down. So when he was a little puppy, the boxes are bigger than he is. So I thought it'd be really fun to give him boxes to play and to see what he did. Well, he's not a cat, guys. So he was like, I destroy it.
I am the destroyer of boxes.
Yeah, and he pounces on him. So his name is Stormageddon, a breaker of boxes. Or breaker of ice cubes, destroyer of cardboard.
Yeah. It's like Kaylee Thor is the goddess of thunder.
Exactly.
She farts. They're bad.
Oh my goodness. But anyway, we'll see you guys.
What?
I know we're already on this camera.
We're literally recording.
We're already on the camera.
I
don't know why I thought we weren't on the camera. Guys, I'm on a lot of meds. I'm on a lot of meds.
All of the meds. No, we're gonna start recording now. The episode.
I'm here.
What number are we?
154.
Alrighty. Welcome to episode 154 of There's No Place Like Terra, a Stargate First Watch Rewatch podcast. I am Nixie.
And I'm Grace, and today we're going over SG1, Season 8, Episode 1, The New Order, Part 1.
Part 1.
AKA Crazy Exes.
My AKA was just something about how you can't actually escape the event horizon of a black hole. No, my AKA is something about Sam learning how to collapse
there you
a
go.
hole.
Yeah.
Sam's new trick.
Yeah, Sam's new feats.
Sam's level up.
Level up, sun damage.
Sam's arms. Can we just name it Sam's arms?
Yeah, it's pretty good arms.
Because, dear Amanda Tapping, you're fucking hot.
Also, can you tell us what your arm workout is?
Yeah, can we know your arm workout from?
I would really be
because
excited.
I have a month to get those arms in shape.
Oh shit. My other AKA was something about the bards of the group leading the party.
Oh yeah,
because the amount of diplomacy happening.
Oh,
the amount of bluffing that's just like our entire
bluff
world.
Check.
Yeah,
I can just roll a bluff check.
AKA bluff check much.
Yeah, I like that.
Holy crap! Yeah.
So we will get to that on July 9th, 2004.
Yeah, that's my birthday.
It is your birthday. This premiered on your birthday.
Yay.
Happy birthday, Grace.
Woo.
Written by Joe and Paul, directed by Andy Makita. We have a new Weir, guys.
Dr. Weir.
I did warn her that there was a new Weir, so she wasn't like, who this bitch coming in?
Why are you here? I like her, and she's very smart, and she's very solid.
Yeah.
My God, the girl's nervy.
Yeah.
She got some cojones on her.
Yeah. Well, as my thing is usually the way that I like to say it is that, for example, my balls are so big that they had to put them on my chest.
There you go.
Just so I could carry them around.
Nice. I love that. Something about her stature. I feel like I want her to appear taller somehow. Her personality is tall.
Yes.
No, nothing against not being tall, but she just appears that way.
Yeah. All of a sudden, she's standing next to someone, and they're like, "You're not taller than them."
Yeah. How are you not 10 feet tall? Are you sure you're not 10 feet tall? Anyway,
this is also where I explain how I legit don't realize people's height because I am a naturally tall person,
right?
And so. Also friend of the pod, Val, I remember one story very clearly when she had to write down for some form she was filling out how tall she was. And she's like, Nixie, how tall am I? Because she didn't know. And I was like, you're like an inch or two shorter than me. No. I mean, you're probably like 5'10".
No.
And she's like, have you met me?
Yeah. Friend Val is my height.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I understand that. But
fellow small person.
I don't realize necessarily that you're shorter than me sometimes.
No. It's funny too. I love the amount of relativity that goes into height because we have two friends at work who are even shorter than I am.
Yeah.
Like they're like topping 5 feet.
Yeah.
And to them I'm tall. And I'm like, no, that's absolutely not true.
But I know I'm taller than them, but I don't register that I'm taller than them.
Guys, let's all love our bodies and be happy with all of parts. I guess that's all I'm saying is perspective is such a key.
But then when people question that I'm 6 foot tall, I will stand up next to them and go, like, bitch, I am 6 foot tall.
Come at me, bro. Yeah. No. Okay. I love it.
So the new Weir is played by Tori Higginson.
Okay.
She was actually on a few seasons of NCIS as Dr. Jordan Hampton. And she's in Dark Matter, which is made by people we know.
Is that our guys?
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what Dark Matter is, but I feel like I should by now.
It's made by a few people you've heard of. Joe Malozzi and Paul Mooney, who wrote this episode.
Got him.
It's a fun series. I did not.
I wonder how she got that gig.
No. I'll be honest, I didn't get into it as much as I've gotten in some other series.
Okay.
It's kind of to me around the same as Travelers, and I know it's sort of some crime against nature because I binged. I watched the entire 4th season of Travelers yesterday, guys.
Wowza.
There's a part that hurt a little bit. You guys have seen the most recent season, know when that happened. But it's just I enjoy it, and I binged all the Dark Matter, but I didn't sink my teeth into it as much as other shows. They're quality shows,
fair.
But
it's
it's who knows what spark.
Some things nourish you, and some things just feed.
It's just popcorn.
Yeah,
it's just I love this popcorn.
Got it.
It's a great popcorn.
Got it. There's just no vitamins.
She also had a small part in The English Patient, that small little film, which I still never saw.
I was going to admit to have never seen it.
Never seen English Patient.
I'm so happy that you've admitted.
Never seen English Patient.
One day I'll watch it. One year.
I know there's a scene where someone's running in the desert and then the plane flies over them.
I know there's a really cool bathtub scene.
Yeah,
there's like some very sexy bathtubing.
That's all I've seen.
One of these years, I'm going to watch all the Academy Award nominated films before the Academy Award. That is like a lifelong goal.
Never get around to
I've gotten close. And now with domestic partner Jesse, I've gotten even closer. That man can watch movies.
He's a movie person.
I think that the people who made those movie passes at theaters are regretting their decision.
Yeah.
If there's as many people who use it as he does.
Yeah, it's bad times.
Because I was like, really, $30 a month on movies? And then I went, oh no, this man goes to a lot of movies.
Yeah, he does.
Easily 3 movies a week.
Easily.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Well, we have one more guest, Steve Backick, who most people know from Andromeda.
Okay.
He was super great in that. He actually, according to Wikipedia, has an honors degree in kinesiology. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the study of movement?
Yeah.
Body movement?
Yeah.
That's like a sports medicine thing, right?
That thing.
That's fancy.
I know. And you've seen him
all
over the place.
In fartology.
I have a degree in farts too. you've seen him all over the place. He was actually in X2 as Hank McCoy, who's one of my favorite X-Men always. You just saw him for a second, but he was there. I saw him because if Hank or Beast is anywhere, I'm gonna see him because Shocker, my favorite. Also, he had bit parts.
Also giant blue guy.
in like 21 Jump Street and X-Files. He was in Pusher in X-Files, which anyone who knows X-Files knows Pusher. It is one of the iconic episodes of X-Files.
I don't know for sure.
But you haven't seen all of X-Files.
No, I've seen very little X-Files.
This is actually, I would tell you that Pusher is one that you can go in cold.
Okay.
And you would really like it. Because the main thing of that is it's a guy who can basically force you to do things. He can manipulate
Literally
what you want to do. He's literally a pusher.
Oh, I like that.
And the final scene of the episode is sort of one of the most tense scenes in all of X-Files.
Huh.
It's really, really good. And I don't want to spoil what that scene is because those people who know it know the scene
I might watch it.
About.
I might watch just that episode and see how I feel.
Yeah, it's a good episode.
Got it.
And also you've seen him previously as a major here on Stargate. He's all over the place.
Nice.
He's one of those Canadian Spot the Actor guys.
I like that.
So previously on Stargate, remember the whole thing with Fifth?
Yeah,
human form replicators, and how
back to haunt us.
Sam left him behind and kind of
shitty about it.
Sort of lied, not of her own volition.
But she did.
Also, Hammond was replaced by Weir. Also, we learned we're the Lost City, and then Antarctica, and then there was a giant space battle, and then Jack went nap.
Yeah. nap.
Nap.
I like it.
So we start the episode in Daniel's lab.
Okay.
We quickly meet the new brunette, Dr. Weir.
I love that the very first thing Daniel does is goes, Dr. Weir. I'm waiting for him to look at the camera as he does that.
Dr. Weir.
Everybody, Dr. Weir.
And the talks that Daniel has been prepping and basically drooling over, he's about to head, so you can tell he's like kid in a candy store. He's packing all the stuff. He's super excited. Ready. But he doesn't get to go yet because they've stalled again.
Yeah. I do love the way he packs because all he packs is books.
Duh.
Yeah. He's like, I don't need other clothes. Just wear this, turn my underwear inside out. It's fine.
Just wash it in the sink and hang it to dry. Because to be fair, I mean, Daniel will sleep naked if need be.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Daniel sleeps naked anyway.
Yeah.
I totally he does.
Yeah, I'm convinced. He seems like the person who would.
Oh, yeah.
But all these negotiations are about the outpost in Antarctica. And apparently it's causing some stress in the Antarctic Treaty, because pretty much everyone involved with the treaty is trying to claim partial ownership of the base.
Yeah.
So the Antarctic Treaty is a real life treaty.
Okay.
It is the one that regulates the international relations in Antarctica.
Okay.
And it went into effect in 1961. It has 53 parties involved in it. I think 12 main signatories.
Okay. Now parties, does that mean countries?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it basically bans military activity on the continent.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and it basically sets the entire continent aside for scientific research only.
So that's where we head for the zombie apocalypse.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Unless that's where it starts.
Well, to be fair.
Then they're White Walkers that come for us.
Again, if you're going to go back to X-Files, there's bad things found under the ice in Antarctica.
Oh, sure.
Bad things found under the ice.
New theory. Yeah, that's all it is.
Yes,
it's all this shit that's going on there. That's where it starts. So it's going to start at the bottom, hit South America,
so
Africa.
Basically, we need to head towards the extreme northern latitudes in Canada.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what'll be good.
Yep.
We'll ride polar bears around.
Yeah, I like it. Naga.
Yes. We will braid a Naga.
I like it. It can be done.
So the articles of the treaty range from, the continent only being used for peaceful purposes. The military can be there, McMurdo base is there, but they can only be there in a scientific capacity. It's just because they have the means to get around there fairly easily. Which Weir mentions, that fact. And
it is like an outpost.
Yeah, like that's the part that's causing the issues because the outpost has weapons and there was a giant military battle there. And that's when I think one of the sticking points.
So basically we fucked with the treaty, whether it was by choice or not.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was to save the planet, but we did fuck with the treaty.
Right.
Yeah. And also you can't dispose of radioactive waste there. Like you can't pollute there basically,
Sure.
which is nice because it's the one place left in the
Because aminals.
you know, basically the treaty is everyone singing Kumbaya in Antarctica.
Got it.
Yeah.
For it.
Works.
I'm liking it.
But all the while, Jack is just down there frozen.
Yeah. He's like, anybody help me?
And Weir has a point. The battle was so big, so loud, that the only way they can keep the Stargate secret after all that is with everyone's cooperation that signed the treaty.
Yeah, all it takes is one unhappy client.
Yeah.
To go, fuck all of this.
Yep. And
remember
put something on the internet.
Yeah.
WikiLeaks the Stargates.
Holy crap. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Sorry,
and while the people do all negotiating, the SGC is just sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have nothing they can do right now.
Shit. Yeah.
They can't do anything. And I also like the moment that as they leave, we're still calling him Dr. Jackson, and he's just reflexively is like, Daniel.
Yeah.
Please don't call me Dr. Jackson if you're nasty. Sorry.
Well, I wonder if he just doesn't feel like a Dr. Jackson after his ascension. Now he's just like a one-named animal, like Prince or Cher.
To me, I get the feeling that he's always been someone who is like, just call me Daniel.
Right. Well, what I'm saying though is like, has the reason behind it altered? Now he's like, I am just Daniel.
Just Daniel.
I am the artist formerly known as Dr. Jackson.
The archaeologist formerly known.
Exactly.
I am no longer just an archaeologist. And credits.
Dun, dun, dun.
So the rest of SG1 and Weir in the briefing room.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of briefing room action this episode.
Yeah.
We come in mid-discussion. SG1 is annoyed that they can't use the Stargate for anything because the Stargate's clearly still theirs.
Right.
The debate's only just over the outpost, but the president is like, let's just
hang out a second.
Let's just hang out a second. Let's keep everything chill. Let's show our goodwill in not using the Stargate.
Which makes sense. He's conservative in the sense of how he approaches people.
Yeah, it just annoys SG1.
Oh, sure.
And
it was like fast and loose.
And Weir would never say it, but Daniel has no problem going that the Stargates basically are political leverage in these negotiations.
Yeah. And this is where she gives us the head nod.
I won't say it.
Yeah.
But
yeah. But yes, this is a thing. She's a smarty pants. We like Weir again. We've already learned that we like her. She's smart. She knows what she's doing. Her approach is just very different.
It is so different from Hammond. Yeah. And
it's like having a professor who's like, let's just do Socratic dialogue all day, and then you'll write a paper at the end of the day, and I'm going to grade the paper easy. I just want to know that you were listening.
Exactly.
But he's still making sure you learn things, whereas she's like, we're going to have a slightly more regimented lesson plan, and you're going to learn, and I'm not going to make it boring, but it's going to require a little more structure than you're used to. And our gang's like, but we just want to sit here and talk to each other.
You've been taking a lot of schooling
in
the classroom for a while.
Yeah.
So I feel like SG1 has been saying this a lot since the last episode, whatever time has passed in the series, but they're like, Jack.
We need to Jack, yeah.
We haven't been able to contact the Asgard, but we do know that they're monitoring the time dilation field from way back around Hala when we dealt with the replicators. And
we also apparently have not been able to find Teal'c a good barber.
No. You're not liking the hair?
I'm not liking the hair.
Not digging it?
I like a bald Teal'c.
I mean, it is better than the weird chain caterpillar.
Oh, yes. But I'm not loving it. I just think Krista looks better without any hair.
You're going to have to learn how to like the hair.
Oh, okay, fine.
You're going to have to learn how to like
I mean, it's well done. It just doesn't feel like him, you know? But fine.
But it's one of those where after a while you'll be fine with it.
Sure.
I mean, it's Teal'c.
I think it's. I have to like retcon it this way. Teal'c has been on Earth long enough, to pick up some Earth, hairstyle, some Earthness. Okay, all right. I'm gonna make peace with it.
Sam's suggestion here is basically we know they're watching Hala. Let's just go there and then wave our hands around and scream really loud and see if they find us.
Yeah.
It is in another galaxy, but conveniently, Jack, upgraded the engines on that one cargo ship.
Remember when he was not talking and just touching all the crystals? Yep, that time.
At that time, we almost made out. I mean,
nothing.
Also, it may only be a one-way trip because we might burn out the engines when we get there.
She's really asking for a lot.
And she's like, I'm down with this. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
And Took's like, me too, same.
Same. But Weir's like, no, I can't. That's not happening.
This is really fun to watch.
Yeah, these two go at it.
Freight trains.
I know.
Just going, I'm not backing down. It's like, well, guess what? I'm not backing down either.
So Weir says she can't go because the modified cargo ship is way too valuable to leave the planet right now.
Mm-hmm.
The Gould can come back at any time. They're going to try to test the weapon. They're sure. And no one knows if we can use the weapon again. So the ship right now is, along with Prometheus, one of the few things we have to defend the planet. Yeah.
We don't have a lot. We've been bluffing a shit ton.
This entire episode is one big bluff, too.
Well, it's like, and the realization for Weir that, like, the majority of the reason we've gotten by is because we're lying liars. Who are really good at lying.
So Weir heads back into her office, and Sam's like, no, we're not done here yet. She doesn't say it out loud, but let's face it, she's the single person on the planet that's most likely to figure out how Jack modified the engines. Yeah. And she, may not try very hard if she doesn't get to take the toy out for
I gotta tell you, I love this so much. So everybody, I think at this point, knows my love of Gilmore Girls.
Yes.
And Lorelai is a very flawed character. Very flawed character.
Both. Everyone
but she's stubborn as fuck. And when it comes to finding a way to get her way, come hell or high water,
she's gonna
figure it out. So here's my imaginary retcon of this.
Okay.
Because they're not that far in age, Sam and Lorelai. And Lorelai is incredibly fucking smart.
She is.
She just fucked some shit up when she was 16.
Yes.
So I think we kind of already know Sam's backstory, but in my mind, they're like old friends who knew each other when they were like 14 and 15 because they're both smart as a fucking whip.
Yeah.
They're both stubborn as fuck and they both debate. And imagine the banter between those two women. Now, mind you, they're very smart in very different ways, but I think they're both smart in the way that they could respect each other.
Yeah.
Just the idea of like, they would owe something to each other to get to this ability of like, I'm not fucking backing down for shit.
You're not
like at the end of the day, they're both very strong women who lifted each other up. And then Lorelai Sam lost track of her because she's like, you got pregnant and we were very different paths. And I was like a smarty pants kid.
And I went to Air Force.
But imagine the phone calls that they could have about like, because Sam's still trying to like discover how she feels about men in general.
Well, it's also just, can you imagine Sam calling Lorelai to go, so Pete said this, and I don't know what the fuck that means.
Or she's like, how do I flirt? It's basically like a grown Rory. You know, like, how do I do this properly? Like, Sam can dress herself and knows how to look hot. You don't learn that from textbooks.
Can I just tell you that right now I'm Sam and you're Lorelai because I would be the person who goes, Grace, I don't know how to flirt.
Yes, because I will admit to being a hot fucking mess a lot of the time. If there's no one,
And I'm a smarty pants that doesn't know how to socialize with people.
Fair. I love that so much. Okay, thank you for letting me. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Why fictional characters should be best friends.
You know how many times, like at work, someone says like one science thing, and I've literally turned around and had to like push up my glasses to be like, actually, it does and this. And they look at me, and that I was not actually asking that question. And
you science-explain them.
Slowly turn back to my computer. I literally hear it over my headphones, so I've taken my headphones off. And I turn to science someone, and they're like, we don't give a fuck.
I've actually gotten to this really fun place where I will, if I get into an argument with someone at work and there are facts involved, I go, well, Nixie, what do you think? not just because Nixie will have my back, but Nixie will have my back with facts. Because I'll go, I know this is right, and I can't tell you why, because I don't pay enough attention to give you facts. I just know it's right. Let me call on my Nixie. And Nixie will tell me facts, and then I'll go, now what are you going to do?
But also, like, I don't know how to talk to people who I don't, because I will, like, if there's someone to start a conversation, I'll be that person who just says all the word vomit, and then the person's like, I don't really want to talk to you anymore.
They're dumb. They should always want to talk to a Nixie. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, where are we?
Boy. Okay. So none of this is convincing Weir.
No.
This entire conversation about Lorelai and Sam is not convincing Weir. But Sam does pull out the card that if Jack hadn't have done the things that Jack did, we wouldn't even be having this conversation or have the ship or have anything.
Or be alive or be anything.
So in Sam's lab, Teal'c and her are discussing the coordinates of where Hala is in the galaxy of Orthalia.
Mm-hmm.
I really want Hala bread now, though, too.
Is it Chala or Hala? I don't know. I never know these things.
Is it Hanukkah or Chanukah? Like, I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm uncultured.
All I know is I really like the bread, and
Fair.
it's really tasty.
Yum. I like bread.
So, but the trip's going to take about 10 days to get to Hala. So Daniel springs on in and is like super excited to learn how Sam convinced Weir to go on the trip, and she's like, about that.
Yeah.
So
he's like packing his bag. He's got a little backpack on. He's like the little kid from Up right now.
Yeah,
he's like, yep, let's do this.
So we're going to send you some postcards.
Yikes. You don't get to come.
Because, well, I mean, you're really good at translating things. And if we don't make it back, then then help me, Daniel and Kenobi. You're Jack's only hope.
Yeah. He's done the thing where he's made himself indispensable.
Exactly. Curse of the competence,
yes,
as I call it.
Yes. Daniel, it's time to teach some other people how to read ancient, buddy.
Yeah, no, really.
It's time to learn how to say, hey, if I'm not the only one who does this.
We need hooked on phonics for ancient.
Yeah, I like that.
And then all of a sudden
they're off. God, imagine giving Daniel like an intern, a little nerdy intern.
Can I be the little nerdy intern?
Oh, yeah, that works.
Here's the thing, I'm horrible with learning other languages. So that'll be real fun.
That would be interesting.
But they're off on the ship. And we get some amazing Teal'c and Sam banter here and some bonding. And we learn that turkey is Teal'c's favorite lunch meat.
I love how adorable Sam is in this whole thing.
Also, as I mentioned at the top of the episode, Amanda, your arms.
She's looking so good. I mean, everybody looks good all the time. But
I know.
To be able just to wear like a black tank top.
Yeah.
And just you're Lara Croft right now.
I know.
Yeah. Okay.
But Sam's rambling as the same as we are, but she's trying to start a conversation. How's Ryak? How's Ishta?
Yeah.
And all she gets is like indeed and one word things.
Yeah, I'm Teal'c being Teal'c again.
And she gets really annoyed at his one word answers until Teal'c's like, well, how's Pete? And she's like, one word answer.
Yeah. Fun times.
Food's always the answer.
I do love that he knows where to poke.
Yeah.
He's
just
like,
go get another sandwich and just food.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing that looks better than those sandwiches in this scene is Sam Symes.
Yep. So back in Weir's office at the SGC, it's been a week. They still haven't heard anything from Antarctica, basically. Mm-hmm. Daniel's like, you think getting attacked by ships and the Earth almost dying would cancel out the mistrust between nations and make them see the bigger picture. And Weir's like, you're dumb. Yeah. That's not going to do anything.
I love the way they talk with each other because you can feel that there's some tension there. But they're both talky people.
I have later in my notes how much I love Daniel and Weir's working relationship that they have.
Like I don't think they're gonna have a beer together after work. But they're trying real hard to get through this.
But it's just the fact that they can sort of wonk out on these political negotiating things that Daniel has not had someone else he can wonk out like that.
Right. Well, and that's what I mean. It's really fun to watch two people whose job it is to appeal to each other, to other people and get them to like them. It's so fun to see two people whose job is basically that not like each other. Because there's just this feeling that they're working well. There's a lot of respect. There's a lot of like working that out. But there's no genuine like liking of each other. Neither of them is charmed by the other because they use the same charms on other people.
Exactly.
Anyway, I love that. Yeah.
So Daniel wonders why Weir isn't down there because this is literally her wheelhouse. This is literally what she does. And he's saved from further conversation by an off-world activation. So Daniel and Weir head down to the control room. It's a gold message from Calumet, the Celtic god of war.
Ah, yes.
Daniel reads it and is just, wow.
Mr. Greasy Hair himself.
Just, wow. Before fully translating it, they want to arrange a treaty with us, all the system lords, and they want to send representatives here.
System lords.
All the system lords. All the system lords. All the system lords.
Their golds up? No, I don't know. That doesn't work.
I'm done. They're not going to take their golds out.
So just take your golds out and just present it to the world.
And then they eat them.
Like a little baby Simba.
No, Segundo.
Okay.
But a basic cree.
From the day we arrive on this planet. That still works.
Yeah.
And blinking, take over, enslave its people. Okay, I'm done.
So Calumet is sort of the Mars or Ares of the Celtic pantheon.
Gotcha.
Or Cúil, if I'm going to pronounce that in Irish mythology. It looks nothing like that, but I try to write it down phonetically. Cúil. And
a wild
Nicodemus. So he was worshipped in early Britain and in Gaul. And Gaul, by the way, if you don't know, because a lot of times I forget where Gaul is.
Okay.
It's sort of like the Francy Belgium area.
Yeah.
And it was all once inhabited by Celtic tribes.
Got it.
For some reason, when I hear Gaul, I always think it's sort of Spainy area.
Well, I always think of Charles de Gaulle Airport, which is not the same Gaul.
It's not, but that's actually a decent way to remember
that. Reminds me that it's in France.
That's actually a really good way to remember it. And boom, 10 days have gone by.
Ta-da!
Sam and Teal'c have arrived. And they drop out of hyperspace and they start like basically yelling for the Asgard.
Mm-hmm.
And
hello, is anybody here?
This whole scene of shouldn't there be a planet here is you might as well be watching a Death Star appear.
Yeah, that's no moon.
It's just
a black hole.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
And Teal'c with his like Jem'Hadar headpiece. You don't know what that means yet.
Yeah, no, I don't know what that means, but I'm like, is he about to destroy the Death Star?
Yeah, no, it's still a Star Wars reference.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
He puts the tracker away because
it's like I can't see anything. I'm gonna put this away and use the Force.
In the Force. And Teal'c tries to get them out of this area, but suddenly they don't move, even with engines at full. And there's only one thing that can create a gravitational force that's strong. Bad news, guys.
Your mom. Sorry. That's what he says to Thor. It just seems like a good place for that.
It's a black hole.
I'm sorry. It felt like a good place for a good your mom joke.
It is a good place for a your mom joke. So Daniel has translated the message for Weir, and we get a great up close. I love when you see character handwriting.
Yes.
It's just for some reason always fun. And Daniel's not really sure what to make of all this because the System Lords want to meet up with us as equals, which is so unusual that can't be right.
This is not normal times.
Most likely it's because we just killed Anubis in a single day and they've been trying to for a long time and they haven't been able to with combined forces.
Either way, it's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. So around the black hole, just what Sam guessed would happen, they killed the hyperdrive engine. And even if it was working, you can't make a hyperspace window this close to a black hole, although it'd be really interesting to see what would happen.
Everybody knows that you can.
Everyone knows.
God.
So outside of the fact that they've arrived where Hala was supposed to be, also Hala's sun wasn't big enough to go black hole. Like, all of this is bad.
Yeah.
Just
things
bad.
are not as they should be.
So back in the briefing room, Weir just got the phone with the president, who gave her the go-ahead to negotiate with the system lords.
Yeah,
Yay!
he's like, that's going to be an interesting conversation
Yeah.
for two people that have never dealt with gold. And I almost wonder if that works in our favor. Because if it'd been people who have dealt with gold, they'd be like, no fucking way are we doing this.
Well, but even Daniel's like, I don't think this is a good idea, guys.
Like, I wonder if Hammond would have even thought of it. He would have been like, nope.
Yeah.
Fuck off. I'm coming to you if we do any of this.
Yeah, exactly. It's Weir's first interplanetary treaty.
Yeah.
And Daniel's like, look, I know you're new at this and all, but just to let you know, you can't, under any way, shape, or form, trust any of the system lords.
No.
At all. They're insane egomaniacs.
No matter what.
A lot of them. Pure evil.
It's like, hey, did you ever watch Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah.
So think that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hannibal Lecter is not your friend.
No.
Yeah.
And then Weir does joke that it sounds like an average day at the United Nations, which I did sort of like that one.
Well, yeah.
And Daniel gives her a System Lord High Council primer. And yeah, these two are just fun to watch interact with each other. So meanwhile, the cargo ship still isn't moving.
No. They're just kind of holding steady.
Is sinking further into the black hole.
It's kind of like if you've ever held Stormy's leash and he's found something that he wants, at most you can hold him at bay, but you can't step backwards. If nothing else, you can dig your heels in and just be like, well, I'm using all the energy just to not move further into this black hole.
That sounds better than I was thinking of those inflatable things where you're latched in and you're on the bungee cord.
That works
That's
too.
what I was thinking. But they divert some energy from the shields to try to get some extra
I have
grip
to
go.
fall on my butt to keep him from attacking something that he wants.
But Sam's didn't want to divert shields because what she feared was happening is exactly what happens. The hull starts breaching and the ship starts imploding.
Yikes.
But conveniently, Thor saves the day.
Dun, 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 dun.
And we get a second indeed. And yeah, Thor's timing is impeccable.
No shit.
So in Daniel's lab, the Ghoul have agreed to the terms and conditions and arriving soon. They read the fine print.
Yeah, they just hit the agree pop-up on Apple.
I didn't read anything.
Terms and conditions.
And besides Calumet, there's, I just was pronouncing this earlier, Amaterasu.
Amaterasu, where are we looking?
It's Japanese.
Amaterasu?
That sounds better.
Cool.
Amaterasu. And you.
And you.
And don't. Every joke, every pun done to death. Seriously.
I do love that he does that because the audience knows it. And we're waiting on it.
Yeah.
And he's like, we're not going to do this again.
Because it's weird. It's like the new player has entered the ring.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's like when someone goes with my last name and they're like, Houston, we have a problem. And I was like, never heard it before.
I luckily don't get too many Grace issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun times.
So we don't have too many of the Asian deities that we've gotten besides you, the other person in this, but Amaterasu is, I always pause when I'm done saying
Amaterasu.
to make sure I didn't butcher it. But she is in the Japanese myth circle and also is a major player in Shinto religion.
Got it.
So she is the goddess of the sun and the universe. All the emperors of Japan are apparently considered direct descendants of her.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so apparently the emperor directly communicates with her and does as she wishes.
I like that.
So it's kind of, and apparently like where the palace is like on some sacred island, if I remember correctly, for her and something like that, like where one of her major temples still is or some of this.
Got it.
She's similar to the Korean solar goddess of Hae Kim.
Okay.
And I think it's she, the Chinese goddess. I could be pronouncing that wrong.
I think that looks right. Yeah.
And her brothers are Sunanu, the god of storms in the sea, and I love you guys. Tsukuyomi.
Yeah, Tsukuyomi.
The god of the moon. And together, the three of them created Japan.
Dun, 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 dun.
And I'm not as familiar with sort of Japanese or Shinto mythology, but wow, is it juicy. As in birthing children from necklaces and swords. Like it's up there with some Norse and Aztec level
I'm good with that.
of stuff. At one point, this is the last thing, the one point the wiki article has her brother throwing a filleted pony at her loom.
Whoa. He mad.
I was like,
To take the amount of anger that it takes to not only find a pony, flay it, and then go back to the scene of the crime, and then throw it at your sister.
but throwing it at her loom.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Fine, like you go, like imagine it's like he's already gone down. He's all bloody. He's covered in like pony blood, and he's flayed it. And then he's like, "Oh fuck, where did she go, Mom? Mom, where's my sister?" It's like, I don't know. I think she's up at her loom. Okay. And then he's gonna like run up the stairs and find her the loom with a pony who he drops a couple times. So he's got to pick it up because then it rolls down the stair.
And then there's some entrails falling too.
Yeah, and he's like, fuck, and he's got to shove it all back in there. Then he's like, I'm still mad at you.
And she's not in her loom, but she's like, I don't want to carry this pony anymore.
Yeah, it's like,
So
fuck
she
it.
throws the pony carcass at her loom.
Yeah.
And just to ruin
That'll
whatever work
teach
she was working on.
That'll teach her.
That was my favorite line of the entire wiki
I
article.
told you never to touch my stuff.
Thrown a flayed pony at her loom.
The drama of that.
Like, I
is
almost
awesome.
don't want to know the full story behind it because
No,
it's
I
not going to be as epic as the one that
I
we
like
just
our
made
story.
up.
No, it's something really dumb. Like she went into his room without knocking. She caught him masturbating.
Oh God, it's just so good. So anyway,
it's just a siblings thing.
oh,
I once flushed my sister's shoes.
that doesn't work.
No, but literally, I took her suede shoes and put them in the toilet and just flushed, and I felt better.
So you was the only system lord that originally didn't want to accept Nubis back when he first was rising up to power,
Right.
and he was pushed out. You was pushed out because of that. So now with Anubis gone, You's back, even though he's going senile. So he can't be trusted, but he's also been the most cooperative of the system lords.
Right.
So it's not necessarily a bright side. It's just a slightly less dark side.
I do, yeah, and I like the face that Daniel makes when he does this. Like, I can't even describe it. Like he's like, I know this sounds crazy.
Bear with
It's
me
kind of
here,
what the face is saying.
but just stick with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So out with Thor, Sam fills him in on the whole Jack issue, and Thor's like, "Look, that's great and all. He's sleeping. He's fine. We
Yeah.
have more important shit to do
I'm on a
first.
mission from God.
We have a pack of cigarettes. No, there.
Half a pack of fuel
Yeah, we
and
have 300 miles to Chicago.
300 light years
It's
to
dark.
black hole.
It's dark out because it's space, and I'm wearing space glasses. Hit it.
That was awful, and I love it. Totally rehearsed, guys. Professional.
Thor has to first, his mission from God is from him, the God.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong when he
He's
says
not.
it's a mission from God because he is God. as far as he's concerned.
He is Thor. But he has to destroy the replicators and make sure they're actually dead first because the whole time dilation field was a temporary solution. It was a
Yes.
stopgap. So they pulled from the Sam Carter playbook and then one-upped it
Yeah.
and decided to collapse the sun as a more permanent solution because then they fall into the black hole. And Sam's like, can I?
Teach me.
So how'd you do that? Just for educational purposes only, of course.
Show me.
How'd you do that?
More like this, please.
Can I know?
Yeah.
How you did that? Can I do that? I would never do it, but for educational
I mean, just so
purposes,
I know
I want to
how.
know how to collapse the sun. I mean, I can blow up. That's fine.
Yeah.
But
But, collapsing it would be less shrapnel.
yeah, because all the shrapnel goes into it.
Yeah.
So
Thoughts?
so the temporal distortions is because of where Thor is why no one heard all the calls from Earth. And we get a third Indeed. Three Indeeds in one episode.
He's like Indeed crazy. It's like, bro, did you get like an unlimited Indeeds?
It's his only line.
Maybe
It's
he
just
got
Indeed.
like a new feat where it's like unlimited Indeeds. All the Indeeds you want.
He's leveled up between seasons.
Yeah.
So now he can do multiple Indeeds.
Without a short rest.
Yeah, before a short rest. So the planet is gone, Hal is gone, but there's still a huge mass of replicators that are holding on right inside the front horizon. Now,
Yeah.
I'm on Sam's side that
I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing. Guys, we're in a house with other people in it, including a bartender, Nick, and he just fell up the stairs, and it was adorable.
That was okay. So it was not a Pratt fall, it was a real fall.
Oh, got it.
So I'm on Sam's side.
Yeah.
You can't cross back over an event horizon.
Yeah.
Because light can't pass it. That's what makes it a black hole part.
So what makes you think you're better than light, Thor?
So maybe there's gravitational forces, there's spaghettification, like literally spaghettification is one of my favorite words. And it's a thing that happens when you go towards the event horizon of a black hole and push my glasses up. You can't cross back, but this is science fiction.
Yeah.
And so they can.
Thor's like, yeah, I can. It's like, if I don't know that I crossed, I can come back. Like a Looney Tunes character that doesn't know they've already walked off the edge of the cliff.
Exactly.
So there.
And on the screen, you can see them moving incredibly fast, unbelievably fast. And Thor says that they have apparently repurposed the time dilation device to counteract the gravitational forces. Fine. Just fine.
I'm telling you. He painted a tunnel into the rock that he could go through it.
He did.
But then when the Wile E. Coyote replicators try, they'll go smack into the wall.
So, that's what the replicators did. They're the ones that used.
Right, yeah. They're living off cartoon theory.
They are. Sam actually doesn't know it's scarier. The fact that they could do that, or the fact that Thor doesn't know how they did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Sam. Again,
things are just a little bit not okay right now.
So back in the gate room, Daniel joins Weir as the gate dials with the System Lords coming. Why do you think Daniel was late? Was he just like too much studying?
Here's what I think.
Just lost track because he didn't have his watch on, or was he snogging in the broom closet?
Here's what I think. I think that we discussed earlier while we were watching the episode. What does one wear to meet System Lords?
True.
I think, unlike Weir, who was like, this is what I'm wearing today. This is what I wear every day. This is my work uniform.
Just caught up in the closet.
His bed is a pile of clothing right now. There's like turtlenecks, and then there's like leather jackets, and then there's like
suits,
motorcycle boots, and then there's like his action do-rag, like a bunch of things where he's like, I don't know which one's correct.
And he ran out, so he just put his BDUs back on.
He was just like, fuck it. This is going to have to work.
So 3 System Lords arrive, and they don't even give any shits about learning people's names because they don't want to be on the planet longer than they have to. They want to give their spiel.
Friends. I'm here to win. They're on the reality show.
So the replicators have made a giant new ship.
Yikes.
And Thor's pretty sure his weapons won't do anything against them.
I do.
Running is a good idea right now.
Yeah. I do love how calm Thor is throughout all of this process.
Very calm.
Like, he took like 3 Xanax. He goes, look, I knew this was going to be a real difficult day, so I took like 3 Xanax.
I just took a day. I'm good.
And then I smoked a couple joints.
And I'm good.
So I'm going to get things done, but it's not going to bother me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just life, man.
We're fine.
Yeah.
Everything's good. Things that need to get done will get done.
He's channeling his inner dude.
He is very much. So the replicators attack anyway. And before they quickly make it through Thor's shields, they hit them hard. They breach the hull with like a replicator bomb missile thing. And they start doing their thing. They start to so Sam's like, let's just decompress the Earth's replicators, try to spit them back out into space. It's like removing the venom from a spider with that little spidery venom thing, and just suck them right back out into space because no one can hear him scream. And how convenient! There's these giant containers of weapons here. Thor pretty much just beamed over everything that wasn't nailed down.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what he would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's conveniently giant things of weapons here.
Well, it's like, hey, we're at the part of the video game where you're gonna have to start shooting because you just found a gun.
Well, it's that part of the video game where it's like shit's about to happen. Head into this armory that is conveniently put here.
Exactly.
Right before you start the next mission.
Before the shit happens. Yeah. Why am I getting all this life back? Oh, I'm about to get fucked. Got it. Bye.
Yeah, that can't be good. So negotiations begin back on Earth. On Earth.
On Earth.
So can I just tell you, it is autocorrected Calumet to calculus.
I know my calculus.
So calculus explains calcatron. No, that's what's the same on.
On Futurama.
Yeah.
Calculon.
Calculon. I'm gonna call him Calculon. Explains that they have agreed to split Anubis's land and armies evenly. I mean, everyone went along with that, except for one. Guess who? Mr. Bocce.
Yeah.
And instead, he's gone and taken over the Predators.
Yeah.
And is trying to become as powerful as Anubis was. Great.
That would be the guy.
It would be. And he's actually has decent odds that he might become that because a bunch of the Gould are already talking about how they might as well just bow down to Baal instead of being defeated by him.
Yeah, they don't know any better than to always have one guy who's more powerful than the other.
Well, it's also just the people are, it's what happens with any, even in high school, like the people are going to go, they're like, I value being alive.
Yeah.
And one of the cool kids.
That's what I mean. Like they're already used to these positions.
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to take that position as opposed to the whole thing coming of enough people, they're like, yeah, fuck
sure. And Weir's like, and this has to do with us how?
Yeah.
Yu's first prime speaks for him, and basically they want Earth to destroy Baal with Earth's fancy new weapon.
Oh boy.
Also, this entire time, Amaterasu is like basically permanent eye roll, I feel.
Yeah, she's just annoyed that she had to come.
Some like fish lips going on.
She's super pissed that she had to be.
Yeah, she is so disdainful for everything having to do with Earth.
She's kind of great.
It's amazing. So Sam and Teal'c are out replicator hunting. When Sam is suddenly beamed away. It's creepy because you can hear the replicators in the walls.
It's really not okay.
Also, Thor didn't beam her away.
No.
And the replicators go to hyperspace with Sam.
Oh boy.
So Teal'c heads back to the bridge. He's killed as many bugs as he can, and Thor starts to follow the ship. Back in negotiation lands, Calculon, Calculus, Calumet, tries playing the Baal will just come after you when he's done with us card.
Yeah.
Which doesn't work on Weir.
She's not that easily scared.
You need to try harder.
Yeah. I will say that's the thing about Gould is their threats work with each other.
Yeah.
And so Weir's like, I'm not fucking scared.
That doesn't work with
Even
me.
if it's true, I don't work this way.
No.
You cannot coerce me.
So Amaterasu. Thank you. Amaterasu. Tries the Baal will just go after the other Asgard treaty planets card.
Yeah.
Commenting on how the Asgard didn't come for Earth when it was threatened. Daniel tries to bluff here.
Yeah.
He didn't roll very high.
He does his best. We don't need no stinking Asgard.
Weir rolls much higher, and the Asgard didn't come because they knew we had everything under control.
Exactly.
So Calumet says, basically, help stop Baal, or billions are going to, he said millions.
Or we're
really
sending
billions.
them at you. Yeah.
Yeah, billions are going to die and billions will be enslaved. Billions and billions.
Billions of balls.
Oh, that was a Carl Sagan reference.
I know it was. I just took it the wrong way.
Okay. He didn't say that until the end either. That's a fun fact.
Really?
Yeah, he actually, that was like the parody of him was billions and billions. And so finally he said it like closer to the end of his life just because everyone kept wanting him to.
Good guy.
I'm awesome. Okay, so Thor is fairly certain that the replicators are heading towards the new home planet of Aurelia because there's a ton of neutronium there, which is basically the carbon for human form replicators.
Got it.
On the replicator ship, Sam walks around a room made entirely of bricks, and then creepily, Fifth comes out of the wall.
Of course.
Cool.
Imagine this feeling. If you have ever run into an X at Target,
like literally the last person she wants to see,
and run into the furthest aisle you could find, even though you were about to check out.
Yeah.
but because they were at the checkout,
And they
you
saw
were like,
you.
nope,
They saw you.
nope. Imagine that. It'll be worse.
I need cat litter. Do you own a cat?
Shut up.
Nope.
Shut up about it.
It's just- I'm getting it for a friend.
Yeah, I got it. Well, how am I in the baby aisle? I'm here now. I'm here now.
He's pissed as well. She automatically tries apologizing for leaving behind for everything they had to. She tries pleading with his human side, the side that sets him apart from others. But vengeance is also human.
It's just a nice little reminder that all it takes with some shit
Yeah.
is an apology.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
And he basically promises to make her pay and then sticks his hand inside her head, which cool. That doesn't feel good.
No. Congratulations, Sam. Your inability to give love created an evil supervillain. Yikes.
So the system lords in the briefing room gather in what would be a great one-off sitcom episode of them waiting there and like spitting food out.
It's like waiting for Godot, but the cool version.
The Gould, waiting for Gouldo.
But yeah, in fairness to Sam, I feel like I said because of Sam, this guy became an evil villain. His own ability to process feels is really what got him there. Okay, that's all.
Okay. So Weir and Daniel are discussing the situation in their office. There's 27 planets, including Earth, in the treaty. And honestly, Daniel admits they've basically been bluffing.
We just lied our whole way through this.
We've been bluffing for a long time, and just no one's tried calling it.
Welcome to the SGC, where all we do is lie. All the points are made up.
And Bal's about to try to call that bluff. And also defending Earth itself is a bluff. We're really hoping to roll high on the bluff checks.
We're just really good at lying.
Yeah.
Yikes.
But
I'm going to keep calling it bluffing and not lying, because there is something that America knows how to do is square up and puff out our chest.
Yes.
We're really fucking good at that.
We are really good at it. It's one of our special skills on our resume.
Square up, bro. You want to throw hands? You want to throw hands?
What up?
What?
What? Come at me,
it's
bro.
It's like the guy that's about to break dance forever, but never actually starts breakdancing. She's just doing like the shuffle back and forth.
That prep shuffle?
Yeah.
What is it? Come at me, bro. Hold my drink.
Yeah. We're real good shit talkers.
And at this point, Weir is really wishing she was paying more attention to her dad's wiki poker games. And Daniel reminds her that if the system lord's even gonna whiff that they can't actually use that ancient weapon, game over. Game over, bro. So back on Thor's ship, they can't use weapons or shields or anything in hyperspace. So Thor's like, well, I'm going to get up close, right up at their butt, and just take them out by exploding the ship. Yeah. You're cool dying, right, Teal'c?
He's like, if I dies, I dies.
Because basically, they have to stop the replicators from making to Aurelia.
Yeah. Well, and Teal'c does, I'm not sure if this is the right part where he goes, something along the lines of like, so be it, or whatever. Or is that later on?
I think that's later when they're like, oh, we're going to blow up the ship the other time.
Yeah.
Teal'c is down.
Teal'c's always down.
Destruction fault? Sounds good.
Yeah. Am I going out in a blaze of glory? Yes.
That's all I need.
Teal'c's going to be so pissed if he dies of old age.
With his family around him, he's like, this is not how I want to go, man.
One of you fight me, motherfuckers. I don't care who. You know what? I kind of like that now. When I'm old and I'm about to go and be like, one of you motherfuckers fight me.
Come at me with a knife.
Anything. So I can go out like a badass.
Can I save someone by running into fire?
Yeah.
So on said ship with Sam, Fifth is torturing her in her brain.
Yikes.
I can kill you with my brain.
Yeah.
And she doesn't know why. Like, Fifth can see Fifth can see her thoughts. Fifth knows that she didn't want to leave him. Like, why are you torturing me?
Because he's mad.
And like, she's right. He is more human, and he used to think that was a weakness. But now he sees it makes him capable of so much more. His brothers and sisters can devour entire civilizations, but they will never know cruelty or betrayal or revenge.
Yikes.
And then he just continues the torture.
Yeah. Fucking A, we've created a psychopath.
This is how you create a supervillain. So back in negotiations, Weir thanks him for the info, but we're gonna pass.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get involved in your internal issues. And if Ball attacks a protected planet, well, then he'll suffer the consequences. He'll get what's coming to him because Ball ain't our problem. He's yours.
Yep.
And you slams his fist down and says that Anubis only grows more powerful. I meant, a new ball.
I'm not crazy.
A new ball.
I'm totally not crazy. And everybody's like, Grandpa, sit down.
Sit down, old man.
Sit down, Grandpa. The war's been over for 40 years.
So Calumet has another ace up his sleeve. Look, your weapon can't move. It's kind of just stuck in one place. So we'll offer you hyperdrive engines.
Yeah.
As many as you need to make a fleet of ships as advanced as the Hatak ships, which are the mother
Yeah.
ships.
How generous. Except, no.
So on Thor's ship, they're ready to blow the ship. Load their load.
Ship.
But
The ship
instead, the ship starts having power issues. Something is fucking with the controls, and Teal'c is pretty sure it's more bugs, so he goes out to go hunting again. On Earth, Weir's like, again, I'm going to have to decline.
Yeah.
The thought of being able to protect those planets for the Asgard leads Daniel to ask for more info, though. Because, I mean, if you're giving these ships that we can defend these planets, then we have to be able to build a fleet that's big enough to be able to combat yours. So how many ships exactly do you have?
Right.
So that we can build an army powerful enough to block you? And Calumet is like, yeah, we're not dumb.
Yeah.
You're not getting that info from us. And then Weir tries to, she's just like, these talks are over. I'm done. She's not playing this game. She's not fighting. We're not going to fight your battles for a few hyperdrive engines, besides the fact we have our own hyperdrive technology. Right. So, meh. And she basically just raspberries them.
She's like, gotta go by.
She goes to stand up, and Amaterasu pulls her last straw.
Yeah.
About how much energy that weapon must take to use. And I wonder what would happen. What would happen if Ball were to just come here and, test it.
Yeah. What if we just, fuck with you some more until you do what we want you to do? She's not dumb.
If he were to hear that the weapon was offline and then Ball were to happen to come here.
You're a little bit weak right now, vulnerable, if you will.
So then you'd have to destroy Ball. We don't have to give anything for it then.
Yeah. Smart on her part.
So, fine. We're like, okay.
Yeah.
Fine. We'll do it. We'll destroy Ball.
The big bluff.
In exchange for all of Ball's territory.
Yeah. We're talking balls? Let me show you my balls.
Because that's how it works, right?
Yeah.
One system lord takes in another one and they get all the ships in this territory. So if you want us to take out the system lord for you, then we get the same deal. We get all his territory and all of his people.
Yeah.
And that's what's funny is all the system lords would be fine if that was one of them saying it, but this is Earth saying it and they're not down for that.
Not even a little bit.
Like, won't even consider it.
Yeah.
So, but Weir's like, take it or leave it. That's all we can offer you. So Calumet goes to talk with
and she's like, and please leave so I can shit my pants now. Because I can't believe I just said that.
So Teal'c gets rid of the computer problem, but it's too late. They can't stop the replicator ship from reaching Aurelia first.
You can't stop the ship. Sorry.
You can't stop the motion of the
You can't stop the replicators. All done.
So you can't stop the fifth.
That word.
You
can't stop the fifth.
So back in Weir's office, Daniel is guessing Weir did learn something from those poker games. Always bet big when bluffing.
Yeah. Is that true? Because I don't bluff well.
Oh, listen,
I don't bluff,
you
period.
people have seen me play poker. It's not good.
Yeah.
I may have a poker face on this show.
If it goes against our instinct, then it's probably good.
I can bluff on this show about spoilers by not looking at you, but in a poker game,
I'm just not a good liar.
I guess it's a good thing.
Yeah. At the end of the day, yeah.
Weir knows they're never going to agree to those terms, but it kept them talking.
Mhm.
So Weir does think they're going to have to revive Jack soon because, even if their odds are they're going to have to try to use the weapon again
Mhm.
because either Ball's going to be sent here or System Lords are going to come here. Like either way, they're going to have to try to use this weapon again. And Jack right now is the only person that they know of that can use it. And
if he even can again,
if
to
he
Daniel's
even can
point,
again,
yeah.
because he may die before he can do anything.
Yeah.
If the Asgard aren't here when they wake Jack up, he's gonna die.
Yep.
So, Walter then comes in with a copy of the message.
He's like, just in case you thought you weren't going to see me this episode,
Yeah.
I'm here, everybody. Don't panic.
I didn't go with Hammond.
Yeah.
And Daniel grumps out with the thing to translate.
Oh.
So on Thor's ship, Thor has sent a message ahead with info to Aurelia as a last-ditch effort. They're going to have a split second when the ship comes out of hyperspace. He's done all the calculations. He's like, you got to do this. Here's all you need.
Mm-hmm.
And also Thor's calculations are usually pretty good.
Yeah.
So Sam has reached beyond her line of the torture. She's
bad.
in tears and it's really hard to watch. And she tries to reason with him that torturing her is not going to make him feel better or change anything.
Yeah.
It wasn't her decision. She didn't have time to go back and do anything.
And there really is nothing she could do, but it is so shitty.
It is.
Because at the end of the episode, all of us knew.
Yeah,
We
I
were
know.
like, fuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
And whereas Fifth had all the time in the world to think about what big of a fool he was, according to him. And Sam reminds him that being human also means having compassion and learning how to forgive. And Fifth says he's not there yet.
No.
And goes to torture her some more, but as she flinches away from him, instead he just pauses and runs his fingers through his hair, and you're like, oh,
yeah, not good.
That's weird.
That's not good.
Creepy.
This is gonna not good. Boundaries.
So Weir checks on Daniel's translations. It's exactly what they thought. They think we're bluffing. And if we are and Ball comes, Ball gets Earth and the ancient outpost. So
and guess what? We are. So we're fine.
We are, but that's on the System Lord side of like, if we are bluffing and they say Ball here and Ball defeats Earth, then he gets this powerful weapon as well. So they're having a hard time knowing what
figuring
to do
out what to do. Yeah.
To call it or not. And then there's an unscheduled off-Earth activation. The System Lords are getting their response. So, I forget the name of the other Asgard that calls Thor because it's clearly been butchered and auto-corrected on my computer. But they are ready for the replicators. Once they drop out of orbit, they're quickly destroyed.
Yep.
And Thor does tell Teak that he's sorry.
It took me a couple times to make sure that I saw that properly. Yeah. So as far as we know, Sam has been destroyed.
Yes.
This is not okay.
No.
And I know that probably she's not. But what the fuck?
Because are they going to kill Sam off screen?
No, they're not. They're not. So it's not real. But how the fuck are we going to explain our way out of this one? Fuck.
So Daniel comes into the control room and he reads the message they got over Walter's shoulder. And while the System Lords are waiting at the base of the ramp in the gate room, negotiations are done. They think Weir's demands are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Daniel keeps reading and tells Walter to shut the gate down.
Yep.
And he's like, what? And Daniel just shuts it down on his own.
Like, nope, not doing this right now.
And Daniel walks down. Yeah, they're being recalled because the System Lords are testing the planet's defenses themselves instead of Ball. They're sending a ship to attack Earth. They'll be here within the hour.
Yeah. So no, not cool.
To be continued.
What an unsatisfying opening episode.
To be fair, this first aired as one episode.
Okay.
It's only
no, I'm not saying it's a bad episode. Yeah. I'm just saying, God, how unsatisfying.
It's clear that it was just, this is the middle of a story.
Yeah, it's like, fuck, this is not resolved at all.
Which I will tell you, there has been a Twitter poll, and overwhelmingly, people have allowed you to watch Rising as one episode.
Yes! Thank you, Twitter pollers, peoples. Because that means it's 1 week sooner that we get back to this.
Yes.
Holy moly. Yeah, very unsatisfying, but I'm still hooked. I'm still here.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait. I'm back into the place where I'm feeding. I'm just feeding for episodes. So the wrap up is like, it was good. Bye. It was like at the end of the night at work. At the end of the night at work, I write an email saying anything that's gone down in the night. And sometimes it's very long and thorough. And it's like, hey, here's a couple things we worked on. Here's some stuff for the overnight crew. Here's some stuff for your morning crew. You can tell the nights where I just want to go the fuck home.
Things happen. Bye.
It says no issues to report. Bye. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
That's how I feel. Nothing to report. Bye.
Alrighty. We're gonna go watch New Order Part 2.
Yes.
Alrighty. Bye.
Bye. We love you guys.
Oh wait, you can find us on
you can find us on Twitter at Tara Podcast.
You can find us on Facebook at There's No Place Like Tara.
You can email us at There's No Place Like Tara at gmail.com.
At patreon.com/ThePlaceLikeTara. Rate us, like, or review us on iTunes Podcast.
We love you guys. Bye.
Apple Podcast, whatever it's called. Bye. Wait. Oh, and this cross